Hello everyone, myself Ved, and today we'll be solving question B of Codeforces round 1096 div 3. What does this question say is we are given a sequence S of length L consisting of only characters opening brackets and closing brackets, and we are allowed to do the operation at most once, where we choose a substring S and then remove it, and then we are told to reinsert the removed characters in any arbitrary position we want independent of the others. Now we have to determine whether it is possible to obtain a regular bracket sequence. After doing at most one operations. So firstly, let me tell you what is a regular bracket sequence. So this is known as a regular bracket sequence. This is also known as a regular bracket sequence. So what does regular bracket sequence means? Regular bracket sequence means any mathematical operation that can be where we are able to use all these brackets and form a proper mathematical equation can be called a regular bracket sequence. For an example, for this we can write it something like this: 1 plus 2 into 3. So if we remove all the mathematical operation except the brackets, so let me just remove this. The brackets we obtained it is we are able to obtain the same bracket. So this is known as a regular bracket sequence. Okay. So now let me just tell you what is a substring. Substring is a contiguous segment of a string. For an example, if we have this string, okay, let me just build. If we have this string, then the whole string can be called a substring. This part can be called a substring. This thing can be called a substring. Any contiguous element can be called a substring. But if I choose this much part and this much add together, then this is not a called a substring because we got some gap here. So there should be a contiguous segment. And if there is a contiguous segment, then we will be calling it as a substring. Okay. So now uh, see, here the time limit for this question is 2 seconds. So we like in for this we will be able to do 10 to the power 16 operations. Okay, and here t is 10 to the power 4. So 10 to the power 16 divided by 10 to the power 4, that is 10 to the power 12. Okay, and n is 2 into 10 to the power 5. So 2 into 10 to the power 5. So we can do this question in n square complexity n and till big O of n. Okay, O of 1. All the complexities are correct for this question. Okay, so now let us see some test cases. So let us take the last test case. Okay, this. Okay, now if we want to form a regular bracket sequence, then we can choose one substring. Let's say if I choose this substring, okay, and I can reorder it in any manner I want. Okay, so let me just reorder it. So let's say if I do it like this, okay, something like this. So this is this is forming a proper bracket. This is forming a proper bracket, but this is remain this is getting remained. So this is not a regular bracket sequence. Let me just try with any other substring. Let us just take this whole substring, okay? And I can rearrange it in any manner I want. So let us just rearrange it. Okay. So here we can see that this is a regular bracket sequence, but here also we are getting a remainder like this. So this cannot be called a regular bracket sequence. So any possible rearrangement we can make, we won't be able to make this as a regular bracket sequence. So therefore, we have to answer it as no. Now let us take one more example. Let us take this fourth example. Okay. This. Uh, Okay, so this is the string that we are given. Now, if I take this as a substring and if I rearrange it, then we will be getting something like this. Okay, so now we know that this is a proper bracket, this is a proper bracket, this is a proper bracket. This overall is a regular bracket sequence. So we are able to choose a substring. We deleted it, we reinserted it, and we are able to get a regular bracket sequence. So we will be outputting it as yes. So now let us try to find some conclusion over this problem. Okay. So now, at the starting of the question, I told that the whole string can be told a substring. So what we can do is we take each and every element in the string as a substring. We remove it and we try to rearrange, like because we are told that we can rearrange it in any arbitrary manner we want. So what we will do is we will try to rearrange it we will choose the whole string as a substring, and we will try to rearrange it and try to form the regular bracket sequence. So let's say if I have an example like this. Okay, just a second. Okay, so we know like if we took the whole S as a substring, then we will be able to delete all the elements and we will be we will be able to rearrange it in any manner I want. So let's say if I take this element and don't do any rearrangement, if I take this element, firstly if I take this element and then this element and then this and then this, like because we were told that we can rearrange it in any manner we want. So it will form something like this. So we are able to form a regular bracket sequence. Okay. So what's the conclusion of this problem? Any string s, if we get any string s, then firstly what we can do is we will calculate how many opening brackets are there and how many closing brackets are there. And if both the brackets are equal, let's say opening bracket is equals to closing brackets. Okay. Then we will say that we will be able to get a regular bracket sequence. Else, we won't be able to get a regular bracket sequence because, like in this question, let's count a number of opening brackets. One, 2, 3, and let's count number of closing brackets. One, 2, 3. So if there are equal number of opening and closing brackets, then we can form something like the arrangement something like this. And this is a regular bracket sequence. So if both the opening and closing brackets are equal, then we will be able to form a regular bracket sequence. And if both the if opening bracket is greater than a closing bracket, or if closing bracket is greater than opening bracket, then there will be one bracket that will be remain, so we won't be able to get a regular bracket sequence. So now let me just show you the code of this problem. Just a second. So see, firstly I take the input from the user, and count one is number of it stores number of opening brackets, and count two stores number of closing brackets. So in the loop I check if s of I equals to opening bracket, then I incremented the count one, else I incremented count two. And if count one equals to count two, which means a number of opening brackets are equals to number of closing brackets, then I will answer it as yes, else I will answer it as no. Thank you.